So they don't actually operate anything out here. They just keep stuff here. But they wanted to have somebody here.
Okay, and who's the owner?
It's a gentleman out of Vegas. He used to be an operator here. He bought it. He was working with Home Depot, and he did like all their appliance packages. So when contractors would order appliance packages for like 10 houses, they would deliver them here. He would hold them and then deliver them to the job sites and stuff.
Was this at one time two separate?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been one building, but they did have it separated into 2 different units at one point, which is why there's 2 addresses. It could be separated again. You've got separate doors, separate addresses. You would have to do some build out in here, but.
And when's this lease expire for these folks?
I believe September.
Into September, I guess.
The gentleman that owns this lives in Las Vegas. He bought it for his business, and now his business doesn't need this, so he's just leasing it out.
Yeah.
So based on what he's leasing it for, to justify that price,
It doesn't make
it doesn't
sense,
make
right.
sense, right? So I like to know where someone's at. Like, what's his mentality on?
He's not overly motivated. Like I said, we listed it for sale and for lease. His preference was always to lease it. It's kind of his retirement, so he's not in a position where he needs the money right now, but he's gonna someday.
Alrighty. Can we look out back?
Yes.
I mean,
It's been like this as long as I've been involved with it. It's definitely not the prettiest of buildings, but
The thing is, you got to lay down here. You got a loading dock, so that makes it good.
yeah.
I like the property, but obviously we got to buy it right. So
Right.
if we put together an offer that's based on what we will pay, you have no problem putting it in.
No, I mean, I'll submit anything to
Okay.
him. He's not an emotional guy. He's a business guy too.
Yep.
He'll either look at it and say,
Yay or nay or
we're
whatever. he
good,
wants
we'll go
to
our
say.
separate ways, or
Yep.
let's talk.
And the thing is, we can do quick closes, so we try to make it easy for the person, and that sometimes helps.
The hardest thing we had with this one is we had a ton of people looking at it for lease, but the short ceilings
Yes.
was killing it.
Right, and then that's going to
to
be reflected in our offer too, because if it was 5 feet higher, we'd be talking a different.
Absolutely. I think we were asking $6,000 a month for it, so we're about 50 cents, and he got a quick one for short term for the 5,000, and for him it was a no-brainer. He owes nothing on it, so it's
That's
100% profit.
money.
You know, it's all positive revenue.
Do you know what that lot went for?
150.
150.
Yeah, 1.3.
And that's 1 acre?
1.38, I think.
Okay. If this building was 5 or 6 feet higher, we'd be able to make a better offer. You pretty much have to have a building that you can have a forklift go up and down and move about, and this does not have that. So you're going to lose tenants in light industrial if you don't have a higher ceiling. So this doesn't have it, but it's the type of building that we would love to have. He said he's got it for his retirement. Well, with that in mind, we put together a creative owner financing and try to pitch it to him as an owner finance deal where he doesn't get taxed on the money right away, and he can have a retirement because he's got the interest money we'll be paying him, so he's actually making pretty good money. This guy lives in Vegas that owns this building, so we'll take care of all of his headaches for him. He can sit home and make the same amount of money as he's charging for rent. If we gave him the same amount of payment and he stays home, we would be happy and he'd be happy, so that makes it a good deal. So that's